Ten,
Standby to take studio.
7, 6,
Standby
5,
camera 1, mics 1 and 2.
3, 2, 1.
Take studio.
Good afternoon, MCHS. Welcome to another episode of MCTV News. I'm Bradford Bullock. On today's episode, we will be seeing Sydney Jones test students' knowledge of MCHS, and Ethan Boissonnault gives us an inside look from the recent glow-in-the-dark dance. We will also learn more about the Morinville Library's recent 50th anniversary, but first, here's our top story. Remembrance Day is one spent with memories and recognition of all that our country has lost in our fight for freedom. Melody Kaiswatum gives us a look at our school's Remembrance Day ceremony at the MCCC on Thursday, November the 9th.
Last Thursday, the school got together for a Remembrance Day celebration to honor those that fought in the war and to remember an important part of Canada's history.
Well, I think it's very important for our youth to be remembered of the sacrifices that our family members and friends and relatives have made, because I think sometimes, and adults included, we take a lot of our life for granted, and it's a good thing to be remembered that what we have didn't come free. The opportunity to vote or to have a public assembly, those things were paid for in blood, and I think that our youth need to be reminded of that sometimes.
Students from MCHS say that Remembrance Day is a part of Canada's past and that people should never forget.
I think Canada should celebrate Remembrance Day just for the basic reasons to honor our veterans and to never forget what happened in the world wars and in all conflicts around the world.
Canada should celebrate Remembrance Day because it's paying respect to our soldiers and people who have served in the military.
The student body and staff were asked to dress formally, in addition to how well the celebration turned out.
I think it's a good way to show respect, and I think that's something that everybody should do. Obviously not everybody did it, but I just think it's something that everyone can do to show respect.
I liked Mrs. Sherman's poem. I think she's pretty talented. It was nice.
November 11th is an important part of Canada, and many people can relate to it on a personal level.
I strongly believe that what we have is due to the sacrifices of our soldiers. I've had several uncles fight in the war, one of whom was wounded. Thankfully, they all came back. My brother-in-law served in the forces for many years. So this is just a very small way that I feel that we can all say thank you to those particular individuals in our own lives.
This is Melody Kaiswatum reporting for MCTV News.
Hey there, guys. The weather has certainly been chilly to warm and causing a lot of inconsistency around town. So let's take a look at your national forecast. Here on the West Coast, let's see what's going on. It's minus 16 up in Whitehorse. That's a really chilly day. It's also going to be snowing up there. So always make sure that you're keeping warm because it's not very nice out there. 12 degrees with rain in Vancouver. A lot better than what we're having here now. I'd really enjoy that. Minus 16 as well in Yellowknife, and then a beautiful 7 degrees with some sun and clouds in Regina, and also right up here, minus 4 in Iqaluit. And let's take a look at the eastern side of the country. It is minus 1 degrees in Winnipeg. That is pretty nice, and 5 degrees in Toronto, very beautiful. 0 degrees in Montreal. Just another half decent, nice day out, better than what we're having here. And then 3 degrees with some sun in Halifax, and then 9 degrees, pretty high out there, and raining in St. John's. Let's take a look at your provincial weather forecast. Okay, it is minus 15 up in high level with a lot of snow. There was a major snowfall warning in effect for the northern side of the province, so check out for that. 1 degrees in Fort Mac, and then minus 3 over here in Grand Prairie. 7 degrees and 8 degrees in the national parks. Get your skis ready because it's a beautiful day. 13 in Calgary, those lucky guys down there. 11 degrees in Medicine Hat, 8 degrees in Red Deer, and then 8 degrees with freezing rain here in Edmonton. So watch out on your drive home. Let's take a look at your current conditions. It is minus 2 degrees with wind coming from the southwest at 17 kilometers an hour. The relative humidity is 80%. The sun rose at 8:17 this morning, and the sun will set at 4:25. Let's take a look at your 7-day weather forecast. It is going to be 1 degrees tomorrow with a low of -6, and then it continues to be in the warmer conditions at 0 degrees on Saturday, -1 on Sunday. It takes a little dip on Monday at -5, but then it starts to warm up again with a beautiful 0 degrees on Tuesday with sun and clouds, and then -1 with a low of -8 on Wednesday. And 1 week from today, it will be -3 with a low of -7. Coming up after the commercial break, advertising the many different things of MCHS, I'll give you an in-depth look of the world of sports and today's Thanksgiving NFL games. Why I'm wearing a jersey right now. Highlighted by the real-time score in the current Lions versus Vikings game.
Hey, what are you up to?
Oh, here, I'll show you. I'm posting a photo for the new MCHS Howls competition. All you have to do is post a photo on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, put the hashtag MCHS Howls, and you're entered to win a prize at the end of each month.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I think I'll go try that now. Come on. Can I do it on the balcony?
Yes!
Can I do it in foods class?
Yes! Yes, you can!
Can I do it while I'm juggling?
Yes!
Can I do it in the tunnels of MCHS?
Yes! Can I do it in the drama room? Yes!
Can I do it anywhere in MCHS?
Yes!
Where do you think you're going? What to choose? I'm not sure. So many options. This might take forever. Oh, Henry! I want one. No.
The sports world has been heating up lately. With the Grey Cup this weekend, the playoff hunt in the NFL starting to emerge, and the NHL and NBA seasons being in full swing. In the NHL, the Edmonton Oilers had a great bounce-back game, beating the Detroit Red Wings 6-2 last night. Jesse Puljujärvi scored yet again. The Las Vegas Golden Knights have now become the top team in the Pacific Division with a 4-2 win over the Anaheim Ducks. The Florida Panthers just barely snuck away with a 2-1 win last night as Maple Leaf Morgan Riley dinged one off the crossbar with just 2 seconds left on the clock. Also, the Vancouver Canucks won 5-2 over Pittsburgh last night. To the NBA, the Toronto Raptors lost to the New York Knickerbockers 108-100 last night. Miami snapped Boston's 16-game winning streak with a 104-98 win. The Cavs beat the Brooklyn Nets 119-109. LeBron James scored the Cavs' last 18 points in that game. The Los Angeles Clippers beat the Atlanta Hawks, 116-103, led by Blake Griffin's triple-double. The 76ers have astonishingly continued their winning ways with a 101-81 point win over the Portland Trail Blazers. Lastly, the Charlotte Hornets won 129-124 over the Washington Wizards in a high-scoring battle. This weekend sees the Grey Cup final in the CFL. The matchup will see the Toronto Argonauts versus the Calgary Stampeders in Ottawa for the game at 2:30 p.m. on Sunday. That'll be a good game. Today is the best day in the NFL, hands down. Today is American Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all of our viewers from the States. There's already games on. The Vikings are playing the Lions right now in Detroit. That game is currently at a score of 13-3 for Minnesota over Detroit. At 2:30 p.m., the Los Angeles Chargers, go Bolts, will be playing in Dallas versus the Cowboys. The Chargers are coming off a major 54-24 point win over Buffalo, while the Cowboys haven't been playing their best recently. Tonight's big matchup will see the interdivision battle of the New York Giants against the Washington Redskins. Also, make sure to watch the great games this weekend, highlighted by the Saints versus the Rams in a battle of the NFC, and also the Texans versus the Ravens. Coming up next, we get to see a display of some of our school's students' knowledge of our school. Oh, I used the word school a lot there. Sydney Jones brings us this piece of MCHS trivia.
$1987.
It's like late 1980s.
MCHS was founded in about 1993.
1993.
1995.
Okay. 1995.
1972.
1990. 94.
1994.
1994.
94. Oh, wow, that was dumb.
94.
Yep.
94. Good year. Even number.
Wile E. Coyote? No, I think that was for Primo.
Howie. Is it Howie? No.
Wolfie.
Wilfred?
Wolfer.
Gerard? No.
Wolfmeister.
Big Bad Wolf.
Big Bad Mark?
Big Bad Joe.
Joe. The Wolf.
Joe! Oh, I didn't know the Joe part, sorry.
Yeah.
Big Bad Joe. Hey!
Why is it Big Bad Joe? That's weird. We need to start a petition to change that.
Oh boy, it was closed yesterday when I brought a group of kids down.
7 till 4.
8 a.m. to 4:30.
No.
8 till 4.
24/7.
7:30 to 4:30.
Is it around 9 that it opens? Or is it earlier than that? 7 till 5. 8 to 5.
8 to 3.
8 till 3:45.
Isn't it 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.? Yeah.
Oh, 8 till 3 o'clock. Yeah.
No.
8 till 3.
8 to 3.
Yeah, you're like the first one that actually got that other than
It's just a school. Always closed after school.
Since it started.
13 years?
Oh. 20. No, not 20.
22.
14.
19.
7.
25.
20.
17.
25.
21.
23.
23.
23. I'm saying that.
Welcome back. During the past 23 seasons of MCTV, many crew members have gone on to pursue careers in the television and film industries. We're very glad to have MCTV alumnus Amanda Trimble, who has worked as a camera assistant on multiple Alberta-based productions such as AMC series Hell on Wheels and the Oscar-winning film The Revenant. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So what have you been up to since your days in MCTV?
Quite a bit, actually. I left the high school, have a theater tech background now, but I used this schooling to get me into film, which has been great. I've had the opportunities of working on huge multi-million-dollar films. I've worked on huge series. I've worked on episodic. I've worked on mini-series, all of that kind of stuff. So I've been busy.
And if you were to choose to work on television or film based on your now experiences, what would you prefer?
I prefer film, just for the length of time that we're shooting. However, there's definitely been some movies that have shot for 8 or more months, but film's definitely more my style.
And can you tell us about those experiences in the field and what you have learned from it?
Absolutely. I've learned good work ethic. Long hours means you have to keep yourself occupied enough to stay awake, but you can't be distracted. You have to pay attention. You have to be mentally focused for sometimes 16 hours a day. I've learned that I'm a little bit of a cable snob, so I like, good coils. You have to be super organized if you want to be successful. and to have a good attitude, because nobody wants to work with someone who's grumpy all the time for 18 hours a day.
And what do you think about some of the changes done to the MCTV program, and do you think that could help other students pursue a similar career?
I definitely like the move from tape to digital. That will set you up for a career outside in today's world now. When I was here, we shot on little, mini DV tapes. Having the opportunity to use more advanced technology like the teleprompters will absolutely help you if you want to go into news. Storyboards, those have been the same forever. They help you in the real world. Learning how to schedule things, when to show up, that's a big thing that you guys should take from the program.
And if you could encourage kids to get into the program, what would you say to them?
To get into MCTV?
Yeah.
I would say that even if you're shy, even if you don't think you have friends, it's okay to be one of the weird kids who comes into MCTV. I know when I was here, I wasn't the most popular or most well-liked. I was soft-spoken at the beginning. Even if you talk to Booter, he will say otherwise. But to come in and be a part of something where you see it from start to finish, it's a whole different world. To see what you've created or what you've created as a group on screen, it's absolutely, it's gratification right there, which is great.
And lastly, what a lot of people have been curious about, did you get a chance to meet Leonardo DiCaprio while working on The Revenant?
Oh, I did. So I was there for the final few weeks of it. So the creative guys had already lost their minds, so we were kind of just running around mountainsides. I was a video assistant. At the time, I was video assistant 2, so I just held the monitor and made sure that they had image. I got to meet the lovely Leo when I was running to him with all of my snow gear on, middle of the day, it's freezing cold, I'm all bundled up, and I'm running to them to show them playback of what we just shot, and I tripped face first. And because I'm a very gear-oriented person, I fell with my arms up and behind my head, so I smashed my face, but saved the monitor, which to me was a big deal. And him and Alejandro, the director, picked me up. Leo kind of brushed off my jacket a little bit and then stood next to me as I showed him the monitor. And that was it, though. And then, good mornings throughout, but that was it. That's all I talked to him.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us.
Absolutely.
And up next, we take a look at the recent glow-in-the-dark dance held by the Interact Club. Ethan Boissonnault brings us this report, and take a look for yourself.
The club first started planning a glow-in-the-dark dance in the fall. They were aiming for it to be a family-oriented dance. The dance landed up taking place on November 3rd at the Community Culture Center in Morinville.
The Interact Club was looking at new and unique ideas for fundraising, and so I brought forward to the Interact Club this idea of a glow dance that my younger children had went to last year at a different school, and it was such a success. So we thought, oh, what a great idea to bring to the Morinville communities.
Having a really good setup that can appeal to families is really good, because families are where the kids want to buy the candy and the toys.
The DJ had a special setup for this type of dance. They had black lights that illuminated the dance floor, making everyone's clothes light up.
Oh, glow in the dark is always fun, right? I'm just a big kid myself, so when it comes to the glow in the dark, I think it's a blast. I think the kids have a lot of fun with it, and just watching them run around and have a good time and relax, and it's really good.
There was a glow station with a whole bunch of multi-products that the students or families could purchase.
The parents really enjoyed the glow dance concept and hoping the Interact is going to be doing this again next year.
Anytime there's something like this in the community, I'm always for it, because especially with the smaller community, you gotta have some stuff to bring people together in that too. So yeah.
This dance happened to be a huge success, and they learned many new things from it.
Having flyers out there, going to schools, putting it in announcements, talking to the newspaper, and just making sure it's really out there and people know what you're doing for the town.
Well, it looks like the Interact Club was very successful at this dance. This has been Ethan Boissonnault reporting from MCTV News.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at the daily announcements for the week of November the 23rd. Any grade 11 or 12 students that wish to be a gene researcher in their future, contact Mrs. Christensen for more information. The deadline to apply is December the 24th. For this year's grade 12s, there will be a grad meeting in the gym at Caplock on November the 30th to decide this year's grad theme. A reminder to the grade 9 students, if you have not yet turned in your immunization forms, bring them into the office as soon as possible. As a friendly reminder, it's the second last week of November, meaning you still have a chance to enter and even win the MCHS House hashtag contest. Be sure to go on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram and share your positive experiences here at MCHS using the hashtag MCHSHowls. Monthly prizes will be given, and you'll even be automatically entered into the grand prize draw at the end of the school year. For these and all other school information, keep connected by listening to the daily announcements in Block 2, logging onto the school's website at www.mchs.gsacred.ab.ca, or by following the school on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. As well, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching MCTV Morinville. Morinville is a town with a deep and rich history. This year marked the town's 50th anniversary for the library. To give us a look at this great milestone, we send it over to Melody Kaiswatum.
During September, the Morinville Community Library, which is a big part of the town, celebrated its 50th anniversary.
The library here in Morinville is the #1 place people go for information about the town. We are the place people go to for public computers. We've got printers available. Of course, we've got books to borrow as well. And it's a great meeting place. It becomes a social place with lots of programming, that kind of thing.
The library offers books, but it also offers technology and much more.
Because it's our 50th anniversary, the town of Morinville has sponsored or granted us the funding to provide free memberships for all Morinville residents. Now is the time, if you haven't checked out the library, come and do that now. We have a ton of online resources as well that are available for free music, free movies, ebooks, language programs, all sorts of things.
It's quiet. It has a whole bunch of books there I like to read that I don't have at home. It has different games that I can rent. They supply coffee, that's good.
The library's more or less constantly evolving. We provide knowledge and access to knowledge, and in order to do that, we have to keep changing.
Every month, the library hosts 18 regular programs and has additional ones too.
We've got lots of programs run by volunteers, so you can get involved as a volunteer or as a participant. You don't even need to step in the library to use it. This year we've got new themed book parties that kind of come with drinks and food that go with the theme of the book. That's new this year. And of course we always have new material pretty much on a weekly basis, new books, new movies.
I have not gone to any programs there yet. I would like to try them out one day. They seem fun. I saw some people through the window. People were laughing, having fun. I should really try and do that someday.
For MCTV News, this is Melody Kaiswatum reporting.
And that's it for another episode of MCTV News. Join us again for our next broadcast on Thursday, November the 30th, when Jordan Ingram-Tarvey gives us a look at this year's school play rehearsals. Sydney Jones quizzes some MCHS students about what they know of Star Wars to get ready for the release of The Last Jedi. And Kobe Shute gives us a look at the recent ELA event. And all this plus your 7-day weather forecast on the next episode of MCTV News. So this Saturday is the Light Up the Night parade. Make sure you come out and watch. The parade starts at 5 o'clock. Our very own Ethan Boissonnault will be there to cover the parade, and I myself will be in it, so keep a lookout. From all of us at MCTV News, I'm Bradford Bullock. Thank you for tuning in, and have a great afternoon, everyone. Also, go Chargers.